Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. So, I'm just coming to you with an update. I wanted to share some thoughts that I had today. Maybe you've been feeling the same thing. But yeah, I just wanted to come and share today some quick thoughts. So, so we're in Gemini season, and we also had a Gemini new moon. What I'm finding for myself is that the more that I take care of myself on this journey, allow things to unfold through my healing and transmutation, all the stuff that I've been doing, is that I'm connecting more deeply to the different aspects of the different zodiac signs. And that has been good in some ways and not so good in other ways. I mean, I guess in a sense, it does provide benefit. It does serve you if you see it the right way. It can serve you. But when I say not so good, I mean in terms of what I've had to experience. So, it's been positive for me in the sense of Scorpio, which is one of my oppositional signs. I feel like I've been able to work through the Scorpio energy a bit better within the last year or two, because I feel like I've gotten more of a handle on my shadow aspects, how to deal with any deep emotions. I've also worked through a lot. So I feel like I can deal with Scorpio energy a little bit easier than I did, let's say, 5 years ago. So that's good. And then there are other ways that this is not feeling so good. For instance, with this Gemini energy. Now, back in the day, I never really had any issues with Gemini energy. I feel like more recently I started to like it, and I actually still do. I started to like Gemini energy more. I didn't dislike it before, but I definitely noticed some things happening with myself during Gemini season that I really enjoyed. Like, I felt like and feel like during Gemini season, I'm able to piece together things better. Like, if I have certain thoughts or concepts or ideas that I have, I'm able to piece them together better. I'm able to break things down better. I'm able to get things kind of situated in a more detailed way so that I can understand it. I like that. I like that part. What I haven't been liking is what I've been noticing is that Gemini seems to be like a mini Mercury retrograde for me. And I realized I'm like, oh shoot, Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So what I've been noticing while the sun has been in Gemini, and I guess as we've been, during the time that we've been building up towards this Gemini new moon, is that I've had people from the past come up, like people I haven't spoken to in years, like forever, come into my life. Certain truths being revealed through that. I've been finding that I've been revisiting a lot of past issues, stuff that I thought I resolved, that's been coming up. I also find that when it comes to communication, I've been having some issues with that. And in some ways, it's improved. It's weird. It's like finding that I've been challenged with communication in terms of being direct with other people. So that has been a challenge, like being pushed to that point. Like, okay, instead of beating around the bush, you got to be direct now. And in other ways, it's been good in the sense there, I feel like when I'm not in that situation, communication comes out so nice and streamlined. So it's been challenging me through my communication and also been improving my communication. The revisiting past issues has been tough, though. That's really been the difficult part, is revisiting past issues. Because what's been making it difficult, besides the fact that there are past issues coming up, is the idea that my mind has been very scattered. And I've been seeing this with a lot of collective readings that people are doing. This seems to just be like a general consensus at this time, is that the energy is very scattered, which is also a quality of Gemini, is that it can be scattered. And I haven't been liking that, because I feel when I'm moving through some sort of issue emotionally, it's my clarity of mind that allows me to move through it properly. Because the way I see it is when we're moving through past issues, we have to deal with the emotions first. And I know a lot of people think that they have to work on their thoughts first. I actually disagree. I think you have to work on the emotion first. You have to work on the feeling of what those thoughts are triggering, those beliefs are triggering first, and then you can get to the thoughts. And I actually think it's the thoughts that are like the last step. And it actually takes your willpower to be able to choose to move into a higher perspective, to deal with something differently, to navigate through a situation differently, to make a different choice. And you do that through your will and just doing things differently. You have to say to yourself, okay, I'm doing this differently now, right? But I feel like for the past few days, an exception for now, I feel like it's gotten better, and I'll tell you why. The exception for that is, the reason why it's been tough the past few days is I haven't had that because my mind has been so like muddled and it hasn't been very clear. I have also been working through past life issues during this period, and I thank my spirit team for helping me to work through that, but really deep past life issues where the energy felt so dark and murky. And I'm like, oh my God, and I had to move through different energy centers one at a time to be able to move through these issues. And once I got, I guess, to like the third eye areas where I got to the thought portion, and that's where I was being called to choose to elevate to a higher level in terms of my perspective and how I'm going to move from this day on, from this day forward. But here's why I've been better now. I feel like I've made some headway with these issues. But one of the reasons why it's better now is I've been doing stuff that's been helpful, but I kind of stumbled onto it being helpful. I didn't know it was going to be helpful until I just started doing it. What's been helpful for me during this time, and what might help you, is if your mind feels a little bit murky, feels unclear, unfocused, is state affirmations or declarations of where you would like to see yourself. What would you like to experience at this time? I noticed that when I was out in nature, because I've been spending a lot more time outside. It's nice outside. It's nice and warm over here. But I also was guided to start declaring things just naturally. And then I noticed, I'm like, oh, I actually feel more focused now. And it makes sense because that is exactly what affirmations are there to do. They're there to program your mind. They're there to help your mind focus and become clear. They're like prayers, So prayer helps a lot too. If you do so from a place of gratitude, helps with getting your mind nice and clear. So that's what's been helping me, is stating declarations or affirmations of what I'd like to experience, where I would like to see myself, So declaring the unconditional love that's available for me at all times, that I am embodying at all times. Certain things I won't get too detailed with because they're just my personal things that I'm working through. But basically, setting an affirmation of where I'm going in terms of my perspective as opposed to what I'm leaving behind. So focusing on what it is the direction that I'm going in, and declaring that, affirming that, stating that I'm elevating myself to the next level and moving into this space. Yeah, so that's what's been helpful for me. Nature is always helpful, but it almost felt like it wasn't enough. I had the grounding and the physical anchoring, but I still needed something to get my mind really focused and clear. So I'm noticing that Gemini has some interesting qualities to it. The scatteredness. Also, what I've noticed too is being very indecisive. I don't remember experiencing this last year during Gemini season, but I'm experiencing it now. Indecisiveness, making a decision, then changing my mind and wanting to do something else, not being able to focus on one thing at a time. Like typically, if I listen to music or something and have my playlist, I'm able to just focus on that playlist. But like yesterday, I was like, no, I don't want to listen to that anymore. It's like, that's just not me. I typically don't do things like that. Also being impulsive and just wanting to get to things instead of just staying calm and waiting for things to unfold on their own, in their own timing, and then feeling when it's the right time to act. Yeah, things have been very impulsive in that way. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that. That's what I've been going through. So if you've been feeling a little bit weird in the head, you're not feeling very focused, affirmations, declarations might help you, besides spending time in nature, which I always advocate for. But yeah, so try it out, see if it helps you. Last thing I'll say is I just posted an event, a gathering. I want to call it a gathering as opposed to an event, because I would like to hold this regularly if it gets the traction and the momentum that I'd like to see it have. If it does, I'd like to hold it regularly, because I want to have more opportunities for people like myself and other people that resonate with my vision, or we have a similar vision, to come together, align our hearts, align our minds towards a common vision, a common goal, and we discuss what's happening in the collective, what we're experiencing. I want to have more in-depth community meetings. That's really my goal. So if that resonates with you, I put the link to the event page in my description. You could check it out. And I hope to see you there. It's on a sliding scale, as with anything else that I do event-wise. Just remember that with these events, you help to make them happen. And I want everyone to keep that in mind. By you giving your contributions, your heartfelt contributions, whether it be the lowest tier on the scale or the highest, you are helping to make the event happen. It's very important that I have the resources that I need to be able to have and hold these events for you, so that we can come together. Like, I can hold these events through YouTube, but I'd rather not. I'd rather be on a platform where I can see you. And if you want to come on camera, we can see each other. Like, it's just better that way. But in order for me to do that, I need people who are willing to give from their hearts and basically help to make the event happen. So you're participating in the event, but you're also helping to make it happen. And I want you to know how grateful I am for all of you. We're gonna shape the experience that we want to have on this planet together, and that's very important for me. That's a big reason why I'm here. All right, so I send you all so much love. Take care. Bye-bye.